Sahanavatu Sahanau bhunaktu Sahaviryam karavavahai Tejasvi navadhitamastu Ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Asato ma sadgamaya Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya Mrityo ma mritangamaya Om Shanti 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 Good morning, Guten Morgen. Today we shall learn something about concentration. A very important thing to acquire any knowledge. The first thing that we need to have is concentration, right focus. Swamiji always used to talk about this. In fact, he said, the goal of education is concentration of mind, not collection of facts. So for Swamiji, the goal of education, the objective of education is achieving one-pointedness of mind. So, in fact, we are all in search of happiness. Happiness we get only when there is focus and concentration in the mind. Even when you watch a movie, it is not that movie that is giving you happiness or joy as such. When lights are switched off, you are compelled to focus only on the screen. In fact, that compulsion that is giving you concentration, because you can't turn this way or that way. Watch the movie with lights on. You look here, you look there. You won't be able to watch it well, and you won't get any joy of it. Right? There you are compelled, there you are forced to focus only on the screen. So if you can do it with your own volition, with your own will, irrespective of the surroundings, wherever you want your mind to go, it should go there only, and should get riveted or fixed there as much time as you want it to be. Do you have that control over your mind? That is the purpose of yoga. That is the objective of yoga. To help an individual to focus or fix his mind wherever he or she wants it to be. So that kind of control when you get over mind, you are a yogi. India traditionally is the land of yoga, but we also don't understand what is yoga today. If you see East Asian countries like Japan and Korea, they teach this meditation to children from very early childhood, from schools. So they have high degree of focus compared we have in India here. That's because these things are not taught as part of the training in schools, because they think that this is all in religious basket. No, religion is taboo here now. No, which religion to teach is a multi-religious country. But it has nothing to do with religion as such. It's just simple training of the mind so that you can acquire knowledge at a faster space. Why? Without training the mind, without acquiring that one-pointedness of mind, you can have knowledge, you will learn things, but it takes more time. So, but this subject to science, we have totally set aside in this country because this all comes under the domain of religion. So please see page number 36. So if you have the prayer book in your hands, otherwise I will just read out the statement of Swamiji. To me, the very essence of education is concentration of mind, not the collecting of facts. If I had to do my education over again, I had any voice in the matter, I would not study facts at all. I would develop the power of concentration and detachment, and then with a perfect instrument, I could collect facts at will. So this training of the mind at least should become part and parcel of education. Have you heard the story of Ekalavya? You all are familiar with the story of Ekalavya, right? Who taught archery to Ekalavya? Dronacharya. Did he really teach him? And how did he learn? No. Yeah. See, you now put this question to yourself, right? Ekalavya had the image of Dronacharya. He went to Dronacharya. Dronacharya refused to teach him, saying that you are not a Rajaputra. You are a Nishada. You are a tribesman. I cannot teach you along with this princess. So Dronacharya refused. So Ekalavya comes back to his forest hermitage. And then actually he installed the image of Drona and started practicing archery. Every day what he would do, first when he gets up in the morning, he would make a prostration before the image of Drona. Sastanga Pranam. He would do to his guru. And then he would start practicing archery. You know the story afterwards, Pandavas once actually had gone on a hunting expedition to the forest, and then Arjuna shot arrows into the mouth of that dog, and also Ekalavya shot the arrows into the mouth of the dog. Arjuna thought that he alone knew that skill, he alone had that skill, but here is a man who excelled him. And he goes, the Pandavas go to Ekalavya and ask him, who taught you archery? Then Dronacharya thought. Ekalavya said, Arjuna comes back to the palace and asks Dronacharya, you told me, you promised me that you would make me the best archer in the world, but here is somebody who is actually better than me, and he says that you have taught him. And Drona was surprised. I never thought anybody other than you, the Kauravas, the Pandavas and Kauravas. Then Dronacharya comes to the forest and he sees the man. Yes, he really excels Arjuna. He is better than Arjuna in archery. Then he asks, if you, who taught you? You showed the image, you taught me. Image you showed and you taught me, he said. If you think you are my disciple, will you give me, Vetana? Guru Dakshina. Ekalavya said, yes, fine, ask Guru, you are my Guru, you have taught me, anything I am ready for. Whatever you ask for, I will give you. There is nothing that I cannot give to you if you ask. So Guru is like God to me, he said. So you know what Dronacharya asked, right? Afterwards, he could never use the bow. See, the thing is, what must have happened there? Dronacharya didn't teach. Vidya dadati vinayam. Vidya dadati vinayam. As you educate yourself, you should also grow in humility. Why it is necessary? What we know is very little in this universe. Okay? Compared to what we need to know, what we have acquired, what we already know, is very little and trifle. Okay? Very little and trifle. So you should be humble always, because what I know is very little, what I need to is so vast. So, but today if you just see the people walking on the streets and roads as if the individual knows everything under the sun, so that's kind of arrogance or lack of humility. When you have that in your mind, you will not be able to concentrate well. That's the reason, because our people, they knew the science of mind. So when you have humility, you will be able to focus well. That's why they said, Acharya Devo Bhava, defy the teacher. That's the first instruction given to the students. Why should I defy the teacher? When you defy the teacher is only an instrument, in the sense, by surrendering to the teacher, by considering the teacher as an emblem of the divine, you attain that humility, you attain that self-effacement, you attain that self-abnegation. Your individuality or puny, petty ego sense gets obliterated. When that is obliterated, you will have the highest degree of concentration. Then you learn things from within itself. God will teach you directly, because you yourself have become God, as it were. When this little ego sense is obliterated, human being, this individual, becomes divine. Okay? The small, tiny, psychosomatic being, which you call man or woman, becomes divine the moment that puny, petty, little, truncated individuality is obliterated. So the goal of life is to obliterate this truncated little individuality, which we have taken up, which we call aham in Sanskrit, or ego sense in English. So when this is obliterated, you will attain illumination, liberation, kaivalya, highest attainment that is possible for a human being. And the goal of education, in fact, is that, to help you attain to the truth. Sa vidya ya vimuktaye. That is the definition given in Sanskrit for education. Sa vidya ya vimuktaye. That is education which helps individual to liberate himself or herself from the clutches of matter, from the clutches of both body and the mind. Once you become liberated, you become the universal. From this individual to cosmic is the goal. So for that, you need to have the self-effacement. To attain that self-effacement, you are asked to defy the teacher. So Acharya Devo Bhava. Consider your teacher as an emblem of the divine. Attain that humility, attain that self-effacement, and achieve success in life. Okay? Thank you. Have a nice day.